Welcome to the Prefessional Podcast Episode number 8. Now, it's been a while since I've done one of these, but WoW content has been kind of stagnant here recently, so I figured this would be a good opportunity to just kind of put out a podcast and talk about some stuff. So we're going to talk about the channel, its current state, what you can expect in Season 4. Then we'll jump into some of the stuff that's going on in WoW. We'll talk about a little, Plunderstorm, Season 4, War Within, and then I might end this podcast with just a few words on the game Enshrouded that I've been playing. So, as normal, I'll have everything split down below in the chapters. That way you can skip around, go to whatever interests you, and listen in. All right. So first, let me just take a couple minutes to give a major shout out to the viewers and subscribers of the channel. I just want to start off with that. Huge shout out to the channel supporters. Something I never thought I would see is people actually paying for subscription to the channel. It's an amazing feeling. But let me just say 2023 was a massive year for the channel. We had a lot of views, a lot of watch time, a lot of subscribers. Everything kind of took off with the Vault of the Incarnates guide, and then it obviously just carried on throughout the rest of the year. Amir Jasil was massive. And I just want to say that we are a quarter of the way through 2024, and I'll throw some analytics up on the screen too. That way you guys can actually see what I'm seeing with the channel, and that way you understand where I'm coming from. We're month 4 through 2024, and we are already almost back to the overall analytics of 2023. So 2024 at its current pace is going to easily be double of everything that happened last year with the channel. And, just to kind of reiterate it even more, this is something I don't do this full time. This is not, I have very limited free time with a family, with a job, with school. So WoW is something that I just, creating content is something I do in my free time when I can. And I never anticipated that it would ever hit the milestones that it's reached. And so truly, deep down, I appreciate you guys so much. It is absolutely insane. And the content's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. So with that being said, let me jump into why, as of right now, things have been kind of a little stagnant. But like I said, World of Warcraft is in this really weird place where we're waiting between Season 3 and Season 4. Season 3 has been going on for a while now. Amir Jasil has been cleared multiple times. We're just kind of, we're in that stagnant period that happens every time. We saw this with Shadowlands, and we saw it. I honestly felt the same way with Dragonflight Season 1 into Season 2. Or at least going from the Vault of the Incarnates to Aberrus. I felt like there was a fairly long break there, which they're supposed to change in War Within. But anyway, we're in that really weird period where content is kind of stagnant. So there's not a whole lot of new stuff that I can put out. So the guides and things that I am putting out are it's not tailored towards new stuff, like tanking and the follower dungeons were, but tanking and things like that. It's not as fresh. So I've been kind of, trying to space some things out. We did the review of Skull and Bones and stuff, and I know that might not interest a lot of you viewers who are, here for the WoW content. And I understand that. And I'm trying to make sure that it's not going to impede on your viewing experience. So everything that every video that I push out, which I just put out an Enshrouded video, I toggle off so that it does not notify anybody that is subscribed to the channel, because I know everybody is here primarily for World of Warcraft, and I don't want your feed to get notified because I put out a video, but it doesn't pertain to World of Warcraft, and you're just not interested in it. So I'm trying to make it convenient for you guys in that there is content coming out. Don't think the channel is dead. It's just, like I said, there's just nothing really for me to put out WoW-wise right now. Nothing going on. So I like to put out content that I'm passionate about and that I'm interested in, because if I don't, then you guys will see that in the end result. The video just won't be as good. So if you are interested in all my videos, go back to my channel page and you can toggle on all notifications. It should still notify you about every video that I put out. But I try not to, shorts and other videos that are not related to WoW. I just don't want to annoy you guys. So I hate getting push notifications from people that I've subscribed to. That's just my own personal thing. There's only one YouTuber that I actually do have notifications on. And that's for Lex Friedman and his podcast. But aside from that, I hate push notifications. So anyway, what can you expect with Season 4 with the channel going forward? I put out a community post not long ago. There has been no change, or there's been no update on the awakened raids. So as of right now, awakened raids for season 4 are just harder, meaning that the abilities do more damage and the bosses have a little more HP. There's no awakened, there's no new affix, no new mechanic or ability that you have to be aware of, like in Shadowlands as of right now. I don't know if they're going to change that by the time it comes live. We won't know until it comes live at this point, because they should have already had it on the PTR. Like, it doesn't make any sense for them not to have it on the PTR, but it's not on there. So if there is no awakened raid affix, then you can expect Mythic Plus dungeon guides. And how that's going to be set up is the video is going to be split into chapters, just like I do with my raids. It's going to cover the first section of trash, then it's going to cover the first boss, then it'll cover the second section trash, and then the second boss, so on. And at the very end of that, it will be a very fast, very sped up video of the entire dungeon run. And I mean like very fast, like it shouldn't take you, but like hopefully, like I'm going to try to condense it down into like 60 seconds that you can literally watch the dungeon start all the way to the end. That way you have like a general idea of the pathway to go. I've not decided on if I'm going to do cheat sheets. I doubt I'm going to do cheat sheets for it, honestly. Just something I've kind of played with. It depends on kind of my time, honestly. I just don't think I don't think it would be super beneficial. It might be, I don't know. If it would be something you're interested in, let me know down in the comments. Just say, yeah, I'd like a cheat sheet for Mythic Plus. Speaking of cheat sheets, I want to say I don't have the actual analytics up, but I have a link tracker on the cheat sheets. This is something that I just wanted to kind of do to be like a little extra, because not a lot. I haven't found any creator that like creates something for you guys, for you to like download, as far as like easy visibility for mechanics and, like kind of just having something a cheat sheet, what to expect and what to do. I haven't seen another creator do that. So it's something I wanted to try, and the reception for that has been just insane. Like the last time I looked at my link tracker, it had over 6,000 clicks off of the videos. So over 6,000 downloads. I'll look it up later. I might post it. I might post what the actual number is down below after this video. But like, I did not expect it to be that popular. I'm super glad I did. And as far as like the rest of, so when we get to War Within with those new raids, I will continue the same process. I will have cheat sheets out for the future raids. So so that's what you can expect some with what's going on with the channel. I kind of went into a little bit of like season 4 stuff that's going on too. So I'm sorry if this next section, I kind of reiterate some of the things that I just said. Let me talk about some of the stuff going on in WoW. Plunderstorm, it looks really cool. It's not, I have not played it. I have no intention of playing it. But I can say that I've watched videos. I've seen a couple streams. Like, I like it. I like the game mode. It's just WoW PvP is not really for me. When I'm thinking of PvP, I'm thinking of like, I don't know. I can't get into the whole WoW PvP scene anymore. I used to way back in the day. I loved running battlegrounds and I loved raiding like alliance cities. Plunderstorm just doesn't do it for me. I don't have any desire to jump into it. Just because there's so much other stuff to play. And, personally, I like competitive shooter games more so when it comes to like PvP combat. But I want to make a couple notes of what I think of it, because I think there are massive positives to it. And I think it is a great game mode. And I know that like Plunderstorm is getting a lot of flack, like with like the community posts that I follow. People are like, why is this game mode here? It's a waste, whatever. It's not. It is an amazing game mode. And allow me to explain why. Okay. You have very limited abilities. Your abilities change, which is not a huge thing, but you have very limited abilities. And all of the abilities are much, like compared to retail, are so easily noticeable and avoidable. Like, what's happening. When like the cone shape or like the big circle area is under you, like it's very easy to tell that something is about to happen and that you need to move. There is no discrepancies with, like it blending in, like you're running on the grass and then so like you have a fire, like a fire cone attack, but the cone is like green. So it blends in with the grass. Like there's none of that. Everything is very easily seen. There's no add-ons and you're limited in abilities. And, super hot take, but I think WoW should try to kind of revert back to that kind of gameplay because it's just way too overly complex in its current state. And I think I've made it fairly clear in like a couple of my videos and things like that I think WoW is extremely overcomplicated, unnecessarily overcomplicated, and I would be for the complete removal of all add-ons. I would be for the complete overhaul of raids to make them easier because it's just stupidly complicated for no reason. But I'm hoping that they're going to kind of work with that in the War Within. We've seen them already kind of restricting some add-ons and stuff with weak wars, and it's something I hope. But I could do like an entire video on that, so I'm not gonna waste time on talking about that. Plunderstorm overall, great idea, great way to bring players in, new players. It's different for PvP. I'm all for it. And and for those of you that are frustrated with like the whole. They wasted development time on this and, retail is really stagnant. I 100% agree. I have not been playing WoW. I've been playing other games specifically because of that reason. Like as soon as season 4 gets like announced, as soon as it's put out there that it's coming, like there's no reason to play anymore because everything gets reset. And that's a major gripe I have with how WoW runs right now. But again, that could be a whole nother podcast and I might do that. Just talking about some of the things that I hope for and kind of like complain about, I guess, but just things that would actually make the game so much better. Just so much better. So season 4 coming out soon, April. I don't know the exact date. I think it's like 2 weeks now. It's like 20 something, April 20 something. Awakened raids. So every raid is coming back that will be awakened when they are awakened. As of right now, they just have increased damage. So it's a little more punishing. No new affixes that we know of. If there is an affix, then I will create a video tailored to that specific affix. That way you guys know what to do. Aside from that, we're going back to the old Dragonflight dungeons. They are the Mythic Plus rotation for season 4. I'm fine with that. I actually like the dungeons personally. Apparently that's an unpopular opinion with some of the stuff I see. But I thought the dungeons were pretty well done. So I'm excited about that. I'm okay with it. I don't mind it. I will be putting out guides on every Dragonflight Season 4 Mythic Plus dungeon. That way you guys have it. So Season 4, we're just kind of waiting now for the War Within. And speaking of the War Within, let's talk about that. Still no notification on the alpha. I should have access to the alpha. We're just waiting for it to open up. It's not open. It's not public. It's not like nothing is, they have not released anything about it as of right now. At least to my understanding. So once the alpha comes out, I fully anticipate on participating. And as long as there are no NDAs for the alpha or anything, I doubt there is. I will live stream moments of it. I'll take video clips and things like that. Just kind of keep you in the loop. Regardless, the beta I will be playing as well. And same thing applies. So, and the beta for sure will not have any type of restrictions. So there will be content once the beta's out. And yeah, so we're just kind of waiting right now with WoW. Like I said, everything's gonna pick up here really, really soon. So, with season 4 coming out, just expect the channel to pick back up with content, and I'll be pushing out a lot of the Mythic Plus dungeons weekly. So, yeah, that's what you can expect from that. Very quickly, going to end this podcast. Let me talk a little bit about Enshrouded. This is a new game that I was playing. I was actually given. King Games reached out to me. They supplied me with a game key for free. And let me just say, like, they gave me a key. They said, the only thing they required is that I make a video about it. There were no other type of stipulations. So, there's no, they didn't care, positive, negative, whatever. They were like, just put out content, just put out at least one video for us. And that's all we're requesting, no stipulations on, it has to be positive. It can't be negative or anything like that. And even if they had, just for my personal integrity, I'm not going to take a game key if I can't give my honest opinion, I'm not going to do it. So I can't stand that shit. Anyway, Enshrouded King Games, they supplied me with a game key, got to play it. Like I said, if you haven't seen the video, I'll link it at the end of this video and then down in the comments, but it's on the channel. It's the most recent video right now. Enshrouded. I played Valheim. I could not get into it. I just couldn't get into it. I don't know what it was. I don't know. I sunk like 8 hours in and then I was like, I'm done. I was like, I can't do it. I don't know. It's not fun. I'm not enjoying it. I'm done with it. So with this, I was a little skeptical about taking it. But I watched a couple of the trailers and I was like, you know what? Because, obviously it was being compared to Valheim. So I was like, I hated Valheim. I didn't like it. So why am I going to, this is probably not going to be mine. So I watched some of the trailers and stuff and I was like, man, yeah, this actually kind of interests me. So picked it up, played it. I got to say, the game is a lot of fun. Like, it's a lot of fun. I didn't think I was really going to enjoy it as much as I have, but, I wish the story was better. I really do. That's my biggest gripe with it, is just the story. I really wish they had a narrative voice that would, cause you have to read a lot. So you read a lot of the books and you read a lot of quest texts. That's how the story develops with Enshrouded. And I really wish that they had done a narrator over top. So every time you would do a quest text, the narrator would read it. And the same with the books. I think it would have been a little bit more immersive and a little bit more appealing. But so the story's just kind of lacking, but man, the gameplay in the game is just so fucking solid. It is so solid. The combat is really smooth. I don't feel like I've ever been cheesed with any kind of death or when I've been hit. Everything's very smooth. Everything's very tight when it comes to avoiding and blocking and just playing the game. And the exploration is great. The game is fairly big. And it doesn't feel empty at all. At no point have I ever felt man, there's really nothing here. Everything is pretty greatly spaced out. Just having a lot of fun, just exploring and stuff like that. So honestly, I can't stress it enough. I highly, I'm going to put out another video of Enshrouded, doing a full review once I'm closer to the end game. So I've got 18 hours in the game now. And I'm just telling you, I can't recommend it enough. I think it's $30 on Steam, and it's worth every penny. I actually bought the soundtrack of the game just to give them a little extra support. Plus, I really like the music, and it's copyright free, so I'm gonna start using it in some of my videos. Anyway, can't recommend it enough. If you haven't played it, check it out on Steam. Steam has, they have a refund policy too. I think it's I don't know what the time frame is. I think it's less than 8 hours or something, 5 hours, somewhere like that. If you don't like a game, you can refund it. Can't stress it. Give the game a shot. It also does me a lot of good to see these small developers, because King Games is a smaller studio. They're not AAA, and they just knock it out of the fucking park. And then you have AAA studios like Ubisoft just fucking dropping the ball, and making completely shit content. So give Enshrouded a major shout out. Give it a play. Give it a fucking play. It is so worth it. It is so worth it. It's a lot of fun. I'm still playing it in whatever downtime I have. So that's it for the podcast. Gonna try to do one of these every once in a while again, just to kind of pop it up. It's been quite a few months since I've done one. So, thank you guys. Those of you that support the channel, all you viewers, all you subscribers, guys have made it an insane. 2023 and 2024 is going to be just as insane. It's going to be more insane. It's going to be more insane. So thank you guys. And like always, I'll see you in the next one.